My name is Sam Patterson, and I've come from the future. Jake Paul is president. It's weird. Not a fan of it. I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote. But I'm not here to divulge secrets of the future. No, I've come to open up your eyes, your third eye, and blow your minds with some epiphanies that you've never heard because you're in the past. My past, which is your present. Our present, because I'm here now. Let us begin. Neil Armstrong was the first person to land on the moon. If you take his first name, Neil, and the middle initial A, and spell it backwards, it spells alien. On June 20th, 1969, aliens landed on the moon. Dragons can't make a birthday wish, for if they tried to blow out the candles, they would set their whole cake on fire, because they breathe fire, which is a sad epiphany. If Betty White was born in 1922, and sliced bread was created in 1928, that means sliced bread was the best thing since Betty White. If a dentist makes money off of people having bad teeth, that means if 4 out of 5 dentists recommend a toothpaste, you probably shouldn't trust it. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path, and leave a trail," which is terrible advice for trains. Just don't, if you're a train conductor, don't read poetry. Someone could get hurt. If someone makes a post on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram saying, "Don't at me," what they really want is attention, and they probably want you to at them. For instance, the post might look like, "Sour Patch Kids are just Swedish fish without any sour sugar on top." Don't at me. They want you to at them and argue their case, or agree with them. So deprive their conceited little hearts by not adding them. Don't even like the post. Pay them no mind, because they get what they deserve. Anyways, people write congrats because they don't know how to spell congratulations. You should never make a snow angel in a dog park. You might make a brown angel out of that one. That's right. We snuck a poop joke into a epiphany video, but it was classy. Don't at me. You don't actually wash your hands. They wash each other, while you sit and stare and watch them wash each other like a creepy person you are. It's weird how we have fingers that happen to have fingertips, but we have toes that do not have toe tips. And we can tip toe, and yet we do not tip finger, whatever that looks like. I think it's probably just a handstand, tip fingering. It's weird. In nature, animals are neon colors to let you know, don't eat me, I'm poisonous, and you will die. With humans, people listen to Nickelback and write in papyrus font to let you know, I am a garbage human being. We should not hang out together. Your belly button is actually your first mouth. It's a very scientific leak, but it's true. In the event of an earthquake, coffins become earth maracas. Just rattling around in there. That was a dark epiphany. For that, I apologize. This has been Mind-Blown Epiphanies.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's Roots Youth Live. Hope you enjoyed that epiphany video. I know I did. Learned some things. So you can take those out and use those. You gained some knowledge today. And I want to thank everybody for joining us today, whether it's on Facebook Live, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Vimeo. Thanks for everybody in the chat. I have it start at 3:45 so that we can get together and kind of have some digital fellowship beforehand. So thank you to everyone who was active on the chat. Continue to be as we go through this lesson today. I hope that this is the kind of the normal for us right now, and this is a way we can stay connected and we can talk to one another. I miss you guys like crazy. I cannot wait to get back together. We're gonna have like one big group hug when we get back together, because I've just missed you, and I know the other leaders have missed you, and hopefully this thing will be over soon and we can move on. But you're here today. You're here right now. Thank you for joining. Whoever's watching, whether you're one of my youngins, one of my youth, one of my leaders, one of the people in the church, or maybe you just came across this and you're watching it. Thanks for joining us. I want to let you know about a couple things going to be happening this week. Hopefully you were able to keep track on Instagram and have those devotionals for each day. This week's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more of a game style. I'll explain it a little bit after we play the game today. And I'll go ahead and introduce today's game. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. But it is called Can It Fart? I'm back. This game is called Can It Fart? And apparently there was a number 1 to this game called Can It Fart? And this is how this game is going to work. I'm going to show you a picture of something, and you have to decide whether it can fart or not. So that's kind of how this works. It's not going to be real hard to figure out how to do it. Here's the first one. Bearded dragon. Can it fart? So do you think a bearded dragon can fart or not? So you put yes or no on the chat, or yeah and not on the chat. John thinks the bearded dragon can fart. Carissa thinks it can fart. Oh, Cheyenne's saying no. Saying no. I can only imagine what a bearded dragon fart would smell like, if it could. Like insects, I guess. Leaves. Fruit. Lillian says, yes, I have one. Well, let's see if she is correct. Yes, she is. It can fart. A bearded dragon can fart. Like I said, can you imagine what a bearded dragon fart smells like? Ugh. All right, on to the next one. Let's see here. Termites. Termites. You guys think termites can fart? Lillian, it's off. Yeah, Lillian says the bearded dragon's farts are awful. But termites. Think termites can fart? They eat a lot of wood. There's probably a lot of air in there. Sarah says no. Kendra says no. A lot of nopes coming through on these termites. Oh, there's a lot of air in that wood they're eating. I don't know. Let's see. We got a lot of no's. Everybody's jumping on the no bandwagon. All right, let's check it out. Termites can, in fact, fart. Don't know what a termite fart smells like. You probably can't even hear it because they're teeny. But apparently they can fart. So we had a lot of no's. I don't see any yeses. So it's like, let's try the next one. Sea cucumber. Can a sea cucumber fart? I guess you would have to watch for bubbles. That'd probably be a good sign that a sea cucumber can fart. Whatever smells like seafood. Let's see. Cheyenne says, oh yeah. Kendra says yes, sea cucumbers. Oh, Lillian said like wood. So, all right, John says no. Carissa's saying no. Sarah's saying no. A lot of no's. Everybody's just going no until they get one of these. Let's see what the answer is. Oh. Sea cucumbers cannot fart. That was the first one that we got that can't fart. So, I wonder what they do. I don't know. I have to check it out on Discovery. All right, let's check out the next one. All right, another animal of the ocean. The shark. Can a shark fart? That is the least thing I'm worried about when it comes to a shark. Kendra, I don't know how they know this stuff about sea cucumbers. But a shark, I'm more worried about his front end than his back end. So, all right, we got some yeses, some no's from Kendra, yes from Carissa, no from Cheyenne, yes from Sarah. Oh, we got a split one. John says shark farts. Sounds like a video opening. Shark farts. Colin says I'd say so. Lillian says yes. Shark farts. They're probably a little bit bigger than any of the other things we've had. Let's see. Can it fart? Yes, it can fart. Shark can, in fact, fart. Unbelievable. Who thought you'd log on today on Facebook or YouTube and learn about animals that fart? All right. On to the next one. A seal. Can a seal fart? A seal fart. Well, they're pretty lazy. Say it 3 times fast. Seal farts. Well, they're lazy. They eat a lot. imagine they probably might have some farts. All right, Chris says yes. Kendra says yes. Sarah's saying yes to the seal farts. Seal, Cheyenne, Maggie, definitely. We're talking about the animal seal, not the singer seal. We know he probably can fart. John Mackey, yeah. Lillian, yes. Let's see if a seal can fart. What's it say here? Yes, it can fart. Colin says yes very loudly. I don't know if I've ever heard a seal fart, but it is what it is, I guess. All right, on to the next animal. An octopus. Can it fart? Can an octopus fart? So there we go. He's got a lot of legs. Maybe he's got a lot of toots. I don't know. Fish fart. Yeah, there are a lot of animal ones in here. Octopus. Cheyenne says no. John says no. Sarah says no. Kendra says yeah. Yeah, why not? Yeah, it's an octopus. Let's see what it says here. Colin says no. It, in fact, cannot fart. Octopus cannot fart. Probably a good thing. Maybe you would think the ink would kind of be like its fart. Wonder why that doesn't count. I don't. Who knows? Who knows? Let's go on to the next animal. Oh, this is a good one. Can a cockroach fart? Man. Cockroach fart. That's just disgusting thinking about it. Cockroach fart. Oh. All right, what do you guys think? Can a cockroach fart? Kendra says no. John says sure. Cheyenne says, ooh, no. I agree with you, Cheyenne. That's a little bit disgusting. A cockroach fart. Here, let's find out. It can fart. I do not want to smell a cockroach fart ever, or even be close enough to see one do that, but it can, in fact, fart. All right, let's see what we got next here. Next animal, a soft-shell clam. Do you think a soft-shell clam can fart? I wonder, like, does he open up to let it out? Or does he kind of like Dutch oven himself? Interesting questions on this soft-shell clam. What do you guys think? Cheyenne says yeah. Chris is saying no. Kendra's saying yeah. Colin's saying no. Oh, we got a good mix here. John just is laughing. Lillian's saying no. All right, let's see here. Can it fart? It cannot fart. You don't have to worry about your soft shell clams farting. They don't do that. So we're good on the soft shell clam. Let's see. I don't even know what this is, but a beaded lacewing. Can it fart? Beaded lacewing. It looks like some sort of flying insect. With a long body and a creepy looking head. So what do you guys think? A beaded lacewing. Can it fart? Colin said this isn't real, so no. John says yeah. Looks like those nasty bugs that can't. It could be, Lillian, for sure. Kendra's saying no. All right, let's check it out. It can fart. Whatever it is, wherever it is, it actually can fart. A beaded lacewing can fart. Don't know what it is. Creepy looking. Let's move on. All right, here's a good one for you. Dinosaurs. Can dinosaurs fart? Can dinosaurs fart? There's some prehistoric toots. Oh man, that might be. I guess it depends on whether they're meat eaters or herbivores or. See, Chris is saying no. She's saying dinosaurs. Nope. Colin says extinct. Yeah, Colin, before they were extinct, could they fart? Sarah says yes. John says not anymore. That is true. Well, I mean, alligators are technically dinosaurs. I wonder if they fart. I know they're not on here, I guess. So, all right. Kendra says, yeah, let's check it out. Yes, it can fart. It can fart. Dinosaurs can fart. I'm sure it was disgusting. Sure, no one would want to smell that. All right, and that was for your viewing pleasure. Can it fart number 2? I hope you guys enjoyed playing that game. I hope you enjoyed learning all about animals that fart. I had my headphones on. I was listening to the stream, making sure you guys could hear me. This week we're going to be playing a game. It's going to, during the week on Instagram, I'm going to be posting things for you to tag people on. So make sure you're following me on Instagram, Dave from Mount Olive. I'll probably be posting these on Facebook too. So you can tag some of your friends and different things I put on here, like who's been most influential in your life, who looks most like a celebrity. So it's going to be a fun game we're going to be playing this week with one another, just as a way to connect, keep communication lines open between us. So hopefully you'll join us for that. So also wanted to let you guys know that on Wednesday night at 6:30, I'm going to be doing a Zoom call for any of you that are interested. This is going to be more of a kind of a game Zoom call. I have some games set up for Zoom that require you to move around. They're going to require some participation. Plus, I'll get to see your faces. So be on the lookout for that link. I'll put it on Facebook. I'll email it out to your parents. If you don't think I have your email or any way to contact you, then contact me, and I'll send you the link straight to you. But that'll be Wednesday, 6:30. If you can make it, great. If you can't, no worries. We will catch you again next time. I just miss seeing your faces, and I know some of my leaders miss seeing your faces, and so we're going to do our best to see each other digitally, even though we can't be together physically. So once again, thanks for joining. Hope you had fun with the game. I got a quick video before we get into this week's lesson. I hope you guys enjoy.
When I was a kid, I loved myths and legends, particularly those that most people would label ridiculous. For example, Bigfoot. I went through a period of obsession with the whole Sasquatch. In middle school, I went to the library and I checked out books about the creature and would sit and read them in the aisles. I would watch any documentaries on this elusive, hairy monster. And I absolutely loved the movie Harry and the Hendersons. Why? Because I was convinced Bigfoot was real, despite everyone else's unbelief. In fact, give me a little thumbs up emoji if you think Bigfoot is out there. He or she has been socially distancing before it was cool. Naturally, as I grew up, I started to doubt the existence of these creatures, despite the fact that I was so sure of their existence when I was younger. You ever been there? I want to hear from you if you have. Go ahead and leave something in the chat that you believed in when you were younger, but no longer believe in today. Maybe the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, or DC Comics' ability to make a good movie. write and send it out. Over time, I've realized this gradual doubt doesn't just happen with myths, legends, and folklore. Sometimes it happens with our relationships, life, and even our faith. Things we were so certain of before have recently become deep wells of doubt. This is a struggle we see in our passage today. So if you have a Bible, go ahead and turn to Mark 9:14. And if you don't have a Bible, go and grab one quickly. Mark 9:14, 16 through 18, and 20 through 24 say, when they came to the disciples, they saw a large crowd around them, and scribes disputing with them. He asked them, "What are you arguing with them about?" Someone from the crowd answered him, "Teacher, I brought my son to you. He has a spirit that makes him unable to speak. Whenever it seizes him, it throws him down, and he foams at the mouth. He grinds his teeth, and he becomes rigid. I asked your disciples to drive it out, but they couldn't, so they brought the boy to him. And when the spirit saw him, it immediately threw the boy into convulsions. He fell to the ground and rolled around, foaming at the mouth." "How long has this been happening to him?" Jesus asked his father. "From childhood," he said. "And many times it has thrown him into the fire or the water to destroy him. But if you can do anything, have compassion on us and help us, Jesus." Jesus said to him, "If you can?" "Everything is possible for the one who believes." Immediately, the father of the boy cried out, "I do believe. Help my unbelief." Jesus has a pretty nasty situation on his hands. This man's son is possessed by a dangerous and destructive demon. But Jesus' disciples can't drive it out, and it seems the scribes don't want to drive it out. Go ahead and drop an emoji in the chat that describes how you think this dad is feeling right now. If you can't use emojis, then type a one-word response like disappointed, afraid, and so on. The reality is that the dad was probably dealing with a combination of these feelings. And because of this barrage of emotions, the man approaches Jesus to solicit his help. In so doing, he reveals his own deep doubts. If you were paying attention to the passage, then you know that this man's son has been demon-possessed since he was a child, which means he had probably tried everything under the sun to heal his son, but to no avail. Now here came this Jesus guy, walking around the region, bringing the very thing his son needs, healing. Maybe he could do something about this. Maybe this is who he had waited for, but maybe not. Short as well, and he landed back at square one again. That's the doubt. He wanted to believe, he really did, but he was just not sure if he could, which is exactly why he fell at Jesus' feet and cried, "I do believe, help my unbelief." At first glance, this seems like a contradiction, but I think this guy was voicing a tension many Christians experience today, especially given the state our world is in right now, and that's this. There's a gap between our knowledge of God and our trust in God. In other words, there are things we know intellectually, but struggle to believe personally. So let me say it again. There's a gap between our knowledge of God and our trust in God. It's the difference between head knowledge and heart transformation. Has anyone ever struggled with this before? Is anyone brave enough to admit you're struggling with this now? If so, write the phrase, "You're not alone," in the chat to encourage others. For those of you struggling to understand this tension, let me give you some examples. You know God has a plan for your life, but those college rejection letters are stirring up some doubt about that plan. You know God has forgiven you through Christ, but you still feel constant shame and condemnation. You know God is in control, but one of your parents lost their job because of COVID-19, and you're stuck asking why. You see the tension I'm talking about? If you have been here or are here currently, let me encourage you. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, change is the process of belief moving from your head to your heart. And this is where knowledge becomes trust. We all go through this, and probably more than a couple times throughout our teenage years. But through this story, through this man's raw honesty, we learn a refreshing truth. And that is this: we don't need to fake it or fix it for Jesus. Give me a hand clap emoji if that encourages your soul. This desperate dad didn't put on a mask and act like his trust was steady and unbreakable. And he didn't pull out his spiritual toolbox and ask Jesus for a hand. Hold the screws while I fix this problem, Lord. Rather, he begged Jesus to save his son's life and to change his own heart. What honesty and boldness. No faking and no fixing. And how does Jesus respond to this level of boldness? I'm glad you asked. In Mark 9:25, it says, when Jesus saw that a crowd was quickly gathering, he rebuked the unclean spirit, saying to it, you mute and deaf spirit, I command you, come out of him and never enter him again. Jesus didn't rebuke the dad for his doubt. He rebuked the demon for his destruction, which means Jesus is okay, more than okay, with us dropping our doubts, troubles, and unbelief at his feet. He doesn't want us to fake our way through our faith or flounder to fix our problems alone. He wants us to run to him and spill it all so he can sort through it and change things for the better. And listen, I realize that's hard to do, but the promise in this story is that Jesus will hear us and answer us. Before we end today, I want us to practice this honesty thing. I want everyone on the stream to go and find a pen and a piece of paper. I'll give you about a minute to do so. That's a long time to stare at a camera silently. Okay, everyone settled now? Awesome. Take a couple of minutes to write down one of two things. One, write down any doubts you have concerning your faith. Or two, write down anything you need God's help with. I want you to keep this somewhere you'll see it this week. And when you see it, I want you to be reminded to take it to God. We all have something we're dealing with. We're all experiencing this time apart in different ways, but we're all experiencing it together. My good friend Julie said it this way: we are all going through the storm. Some of us are just getting hit harder. Myself and the leaders are here for you. We want to encourage you, pray for, and with you. Journey through this storm together and come out on the other side stronger, not only in our faith, but our relationship with each other. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me or one of the leaders to talk. We miss you guys. And like I've said every week on here, we cannot wait till we get back together in person. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week on Roots Youth Live.